everybody, Lady Cheryl here and
Bria.
And we just want you to know that we appreciate you stopping by our channel today, and we hope to show you something that you will be able to incorporate into your garden. This video blog is going to be all about how we're cleaning up the backyard, how we're planting our spring garden, how we're replenishing some of the soil in some of the containers, and I'm going to show you how I transplant seedlings that I grew hydroponically and some that I sowed by hand. Okay, let's get started. It's March the 7th and I'm starting some more seeds for my summer garden. It gets so hot here in Texas, North Texas that is, that everything burns up, okay? Except for some heat-loving crops like peppers. So I'm gonna sow some of these California Wonder Pepper seeds and the Crimson Spineless Okra. They do well in the heat. As you can see right here, I've put pepper seeds, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and then about 10 okra seeds here. Now, all I have to do is just put about a half an inch to a fourth of an inch of soil over here, and then I can put these outside. Blue morning glories are taking off. They're just growing really fast, and I moved the ones that were over into this system over here so I can group them all together. Isn't that neat? I love morning glories. I just showed you these zinnias yesterday, and for my new gardeners, I'm only doing this to encourage you. Look how fast they are growing. And let me just show you something. I'm gonna pull one out. Look at that root all the way at the bottom. And these were just planted a few days ago. So these will be easy for me to transplant outside as well. Here are the zinnias that I showed you guys that I put into this food saver container, and I put them under the light as soon as I saw a few pieces of green, and I just want to show you what a difference a day makes. As soon as you see something popping through, put them under the light. When I see 2 sets of leaves on these zinnias, I'm going to carefully prick them out and plant them outside. There's more basil that I potted up over there, and I just potted up these 2 seedlings. They are zinnias. You see it's getting the second set of leaves, and I just took them out of the hydroponics, just like this. And then I take the bottom portion where the roots have not extended beyond the sponge, and I just simply plant them in indoor potting mix. And they will go up under these lights here today, but tomorrow I'm going to put them in this makeshift greenhouse, this tote, and let them harden off outside. Here are 2 beta alpha cucumber seeds that I started in the hydroponics the other day. I'm taking them out before they grow long roots because cucumbers don't like to be disturbed, and I'm going to put them in individual pots. So here is the sponge. I want you to see the roots have not reached too far down in the sponge yet, so I'm just going to pinch it off. I don't want to risk losing or breaking off the roots. You see, nothing has gone through. So I just want you to see how quickly I'm transplanting these into soil, because cucumbers are finicky. They don't like the roots to be disturbed. It's Friday afternoon and the rain has stopped, and you can see I turned my grow lights out in that window because the sunshine is coming in beautifully. These are the seedlings that I potted up while it was raining, and they'll go inside that tote, and then I'll take them outside. It's Saturday morning and I'm turning my systems on. It's about 5 o'clock. And I think it'll be a good time to transplant this Bloomsdale spinach. Let me show you how long the roots are. I'm going to put it in one of the pots that the tomato plants came in that I started a few days ago. I think it'll do better outside. So I'm going to peel back just a little bit of the sponge right in here, and that's it. And I'm going to bury it into some potty mix. Guys, I've been gardening for a long time, over 40 years. But I still find it fascinating how each type of plant grows differently. Look right here, that is the seed right there. And the roots grow down, as opposed to some of the plants that I've started. The roots will grow in a circular motion, or they will grow out. I'm really loving growing hydroponically because I'm learning even more. Don't ever think you know everything. I will be 70 years old soon, and I still want to learn as much as I can. And I hope you do too. I don't have any room in here to put this Bloomsdale spinach. I'll leave it close to where I have lights coming from my hydroponic systems. All of these will be going out Sunday afternoon. It's 5:30 Saturday morning, and I don't want to go out in the dark and go outside to look in the garden benches for my seed starting trays. So I'm just going to make do with what I have. This is a $1.25 plastic container with a lid that I got to put some of my gardening supplies inside for my houseplants. And I just decided I'll just use this. I punched some holes in the bottom of it, and then I planted some seeds. Let me turn it around so I can read to you what I have. In this row, I planted nasturtiums right here. I planted lemon queen sunflower right here, and autumn beauty sunflower right there. And then I have a whole row of Titan sunflowers. As the name reflects, it's a large sunflower. And here, sprinkled on this whole row, double sunken sunflowers. So yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 different varieties of sunflowers and some nasturtiums. And then I'll just put the top on it after I cover about a ½ inch of soil, and then I'll mist it again with water, and I'll just put these outside. It's called winter sowing, but it's not really winter. It's still winter, but we don't have winter-like temperatures here in Garden Zone 8A. I think we're gonna have like 39 degrees tomorrow morning, and then after that, we're supposed to have temperatures in the 70s, and then it can go around 50 or high 40s at night. But all of the days of fearing of getting a frost or a freeze is over. One more thing about these flowers, if you're wondering how I'm going to distinguish the rows, I just cut these little labels in half and just inserted them like so down in the row.
Hey everybody, it's me, Bria, and I'm out here helping my grandmother in the garden today.
Thanks, Bria. Okay, so it is Saturday, March the what?
9.
And I had Home Depot to deliver some mulch. Usually, guys, I will shred up leaves or mulch them up, and some black cow. And I got the topsoil to kind of fill in some areas in their lawn that is bare, but it's actually looking real good. But anyway, we're gonna take some black cow manure, and we're gonna top dress all of the planters that have the tomatoes and the peppers in it. And then we're gonna put mulch. And the reason why we're doing this is because the temperature is supposed to drop to 39 degrees today. I usually mulch the garden beds or containers after I get everything in them that I want to plant. However, since it's gonna be a little cooler in the morning, we're gonna go ahead and mulch them today to keep them a little warmer. Right here, Brian and I are just using a shovel to scoop up the black cow, and I am giving Brian a few pointers on how to be mindful of the fact that you don't want to nick or cut the tomato branches in any way. Okay, so we have Bria out here, and she's following up the compost with mulch. What type of mulch is that, Bria? Can you read it?
Cypress blend.
Cypress blend mulch. It's an all natural mulch. Now, if I had my food forest, or if I wasn't sick, I would have got your leaves up in the front from your trees. I would use leaf mulch, but we had to buy it this year. Next year, we'll get it from the front yard. But it's looking good. You want to get right here, sweetie. You see, no bare spots.
Hello guys, it's me Brian, and we're all done for the day.
And what do we do over here, Brian?
We applied cow manure and mulch so the plants can grow.
Okay. And the same thing over here?
Yeah.
And we did a thick layer of mulch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you want to tell them what we did over here?
We also did the same thing over here.
What did we do over here with the tree?
We put cow manure and mulch.
Very good. And Brian, why are those clay pebbles there?
They're there to keep the mulch away from the tree.
Right. So the pebbles will hold water, but it's so hot in Texas that this will evaporate real fast. This is what your hands look like when you've been working hard. Okay, let's go to this tree over here. And what do we do, Brian?
We also did the same thing we did to all the other trees over here. We applied black cow and mulch to the tree.
And we put the pebbles around it again to keep the mulch away.
Yeah.
This tree is doing really well, guys. Let me step back and let you see it. Because last week, it wasn't full like this. We're gonna get plums. This is a methley plum tree. It doesn't need another pollinator to cross-pollinate. It looks like it's gonna be a plum right there. Okay, and then we have a tree over here, and we did the same thing. I won't go into any detail. But you can see that all of the trees are budding out. You see the green. See, this delicious apple is budding out. The kids are on spring break next week, and they can help me and demonstrate how we prune the trees. Okay, so that's it for Saturday afternoon. It's time! I could kiss this picture of the forecast. So we are all safe and clear. But let me make something very clear to you. Just because you get a good forecast doesn't mean that God is not in control, because he is. And we could get a terrible storm at any time and could devastate gardens. I've seen it happen. And I've seen my garden get beat up with golf ball size hail. The storm damaged the garden, but it still kept producing. So by no means am I celebrating. I'm just happy to be able to start the spring garden. But in the back of my mind, I know that anything can happen. So I have insect, shade, and frost cloths. So if something happens, I'll be prepared. I even have kerosene heaters. Only God is in control. So I am packing up everything that is getting ready to go outside, including the containers that I've started seeds in. Yep. And I'm excited about it. Here is another container getting ready to go out. I probably would drape a shade cloth in front of them or over the top. Let's look and see what we got here. Yep, we got some marigolds coming up over here. Everything is going outside. And the good thing is, since it's going to be spring and summer, the mason jars, after I harvest everything out of them, as you can see, I don't have that many left. They will be retired until early fall. If you're wondering if you can grow tomatoes hydroponically using the cracky method, this is a 1/2 gallon jar, and you see tomatoes. I have 2 additional mason jars growing tomatoes in them using the cracky method. This is a quart jar, and this one over here is growing inside a 1/2 gallon jar, and you can see that tomatoes are on the plants. Now, let me share this with you. These are mineral deposits on this sponge, and what I do is, I don't know if you guys notice, I'm trying to get focused here. I don't know if you guys have noticed that I don't talk too much about the algae anymore. It used to freak me out. I just go in here with a Q-tip that has been saturated with hydrogen peroxide, and I just clean it off, and it stops it. Okay, so let's dip the other side in here. And go around the back and clean all of that off. And that's it. And I do the same thing with my hydroponic systems. I did these this morning. You can see remnants of the hydrogen peroxide right here. I just saturate it and I go around and I just clean any green or any fungus that I see out. I don't have any fungus nets in this room, but algae comes from the air. It can come through your ventilation system, okay? And another thing I want to share with you real quick, I pulled out the old-fashioned grow lights, okay, with the infrared and blue lights on it to help these grow a little bit more bigger tomatoes, because I noticed the tomatoes in the hydroponic system grows larger because it's getting more oxygen than the ones using the cracky method, okay? So I don't want to deceive anybody. Yes, you can grow tomatoes, but they won't be as large as the ones that are grown in the hydroponic systems. Tomatoes. Okay? Just want to share that little tip. Here is the result of another experiment. I put rock wool into this basket just to see what would happen. The seed germinated and it's producing a nice healthy plant. So if you are out of those sponges and you want to plant something, put some rock wool in it, just make it real kind of tight. The roots will grow through. So I came out to check out everything because it did get down to 42 degrees, which is not bad. And everything is looking really, really good, guys. I'm just so proud of the work we did yesterday.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you,
everything
Jesus.
is good. And we even got those planters over here set up so that I can drop some of the seeds into them. Brian and Bria brought my plants down. They're all outside. And I've got them kind of shaded. I put these pots in front of them. And this Home Depot bucket. And then this little table set. So it's getting filtered, son. I think they'll be okay for a couple hours. Then I'm going to come back out and throw a shade cloth over. Hey guys, it's been a couple hours. And I had the plants in partial shade, but I went to my workbench and I got some shade cloth and I cut it to fit this area. And I'm gonna leave it like this until the sun goes down. I'm going to my second oldest grandbaby's birthday party. By that time the sun will be going down and I'll come back and I'll take the shade cloth off and leave it off all night until early tomorrow morning, after they've been in the sun for a while, and then I'll cover them up. I'll just slowly acclimate them to the outside environment. Well, it's official. My grand angel, Alayla, is a teenager. She turned 13. And here I am with some of my other grand angels. The food was delicious and the people were lovely too. We had a really good time.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Bria here, and I just want to show you these buckets with plants.
Do you see those little gold salad forks? Well, I started collecting some of them at my grandbaby's birthday party to put into the strawberry bed to keep cats out of the strawberries. You can use regular forks or plastic forks. I just want to share another tip with you. It's a nice overcast day. As you can see, the sun is not out. And I just took these out of my hydroponic systems upstairs and I'm bringing them out to put in the garden. I think it'd be a beautiful day since it's going to be overcast for most of the day. And they just germinated a few days ago. Morning glories germinate very fast. I don't even think I have to harden them off. And I'm not going to do anything but take them out of the little baskets and insert them into some soil. The only thing I'm doing to the baskets that grew flowers in them is I'm mixing up a little of that perlite right there in it just to give it more drainage. I'm doing this with my left hand, just mixing it up a little bit. You can see the soil is very rich. Again, I mentioned in the previous video that before I got sick, I added homemade and bought compost to it. And so it doesn't need anything because nothing was grown in it. And this looks like something that's trying to come back. And then I'm just going to take these sponges out from the baskets that they were grown in hydroponically. Whoops. I flicked that one all the way over here. And it's a morning glory. And I'm just going to make a hole with the basket and put that sponge a little deeper and just plug that baby in there and press it down. Okay, I'm gonna try not to mess up this basket again and get it so dirty. I had a little divot. Let me go find it. Went and got my little divot, and she's gonna make a hole about the length of this basket. You can gently grab it right here and pull it out. Go ahead and pull it. And then if your hole's not deep enough, you gotta make it deeper. A little deeper. You're gonna have to scoop some soil out. A little deeper. Okay, why don't you hold this and let me get it?
Okay.
Now, put it in. Is it deep enough? Yeah. Okay. I'll get it. I'll get it. You just hold it. You just hold it. Very good. Let it go. And morning glories take off. They're a vining plant. They'll look really, really pretty in this planter. And all we need is one more about right here. You want to take one out of the sponge. Be very careful. And remember, push it from the bottom. Let me, wait. You're going to push it up from the bottom so you don't damage anything. Very good. Hold it tight. Let me get it out, sweetie. Okay, there you go. You can put it in. You have to be really careful. Good. You remember to hold it. Let's not let dirt get on the leaves. Okay.
That's a deep hole.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to let you finish covering it all up. Be very gentle with this right here. Then you take your fingers, look, next time, take your fingers like this, pat it down.
Okay.
Okay, looking good. All of them. Okay, we have 3 in there. Stir that up a little bit without wasting the good, rich soil. Good. Thank you, Bria, picking the little sticks out. I'm going to give you a little perlite now for drainage. You're going to mix that all up real good. You look like you're baking a cake, little girl.
Time to bake a cake. Would y'all like some cake?
Okay, that's pretty good. Let's get some over there. This is gonna let the pots drain good. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna pull one of these out gently at the bottom. Push it up. Very good. Pull it out, hold it. I'm gonna put a hole right there and put my fingers all the way down there so I know it's gonna be wide enough and deep enough. Okay? And you're holding it. Very good. I'll do the same thing with this one. It just germinated yesterday.
Ooh, that yesterday? Ow.
Morning glories germinate fast. Here we go.
That was just yesterday? I thought that was like a month.
Oh, no, it don't take that long in hydroponics. Okay, there we go. Push it down, and then we're going to do like the triangle, just like we did over there. Look, look, just like we did over here, a triangle. We're going to do one right here. So we got to find you a good one. Here's the last one. That one doesn't look too good, but it'll be okay. Okay, you're going to pull it out, put it right in here, closer to my fingers. Hold it still. Now you can pat it in. Yes. Be careful because it's still delicate. If we lose any, it's okay. We'll put some more seeds. It's just March. We have plenty of time. You got to be a little bit more delicate. And it's not all the way in there. Let it go down a little bit further. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay? Now, pat it down. Without touching the stem, if you break the stem, it won't grow. Watch your hands on the other plants. Very good. Okay. You're going to stir that up gently. Don't lose the soil. Don't dig in it so rough. Just like this, sweetie. Let me show you. You really don't have to stir it. Just turn it over a little bit. I've already done that previously. Do you understand now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do that. And then I'm going to give you a handful of perlite.
It seems like the perlite is a lot, but whenever you mix it, it's not.
Right. It just helps with facilitating drainage. Don't stir, Bria. Turn it over. I said stir, but I mean just like this. Look. But do it with you can do it with your hands. You can pull the leaves out, or you can do it with turning it over with, see, like this. Yeah. Now, what we're gonna put in here is this beautiful spinach plant. I grew hydroponically, so you're gonna have to dig a deep hole for it to go right here in the center. No, you can't just push down. You gotta scoop the dirt out. Be careful. Don't lose the soil, okay? Let me show you. You have to scoop a lot of it out. Put it on the side. And even though some may go back in there, it's okay. Pull that little debris out of there. And this stick right here.
Huge.
Now see if you can put that cup. This one right here. Put the spinach right here. Down in there. See, that's going to be perfect. I want you to film. See, we got some roots down there already. See that? And then we're going to put it right there. And we're going to press down. And it's going to grow beautifully. Then I'm going to make another hole right here, because that little plant is going to get pretty big. But I'm going to take that out. Thank you. And then I'm going to put this in there. This is a morning glory. It doesn't have too many roots at the bottom, but it'll cascade over the basket. And that's it, Bria. Okay, I put some begonias and some pansies here the other day. Put that up there, Bria. That planter, so you don't have to hold it. And these dianthus came back from a couple of springs ago. I'm gonna pull all this dead stuff out of here if I can. With one hand. Some of it is still growing, so it's gonna be okay. I didn't replenish this soil, so I'm just gonna put some liquid hydroponic fertilizer that you can use on anything. And just trying to get this dead stuff out of here so it can take off and grow. Yeah. So Bria and I are trying to find a spot to let's put the spinach. You want a videotape? Okay, so I'm gonna untangle this heater basket. Yeah, and I'm gonna see if I can hang it up right here. You wanna help me, Brian?
Sure.
See this right here? Maybe you can just put it right there. Any place. Let's slide it over a little bit. Okay. You got it, Bria? Looking good. Step back, Bria, and get the whole effect. Go up higher. Right there. Not too far.
I had an idea to hang the buckets right here until we get the right type of hook.
Right. Those are not buckets. Those are hanging baskets. I'm bad at that too, Brian. I always call different things, whatever comes to my mind. Here's some, it's kale. And then you're going to put it right here. It's going to come apart. Be totally careful. Turn it upside down. It's okay if it falls apart because it's kind of new. We'll always want to press down. Okay. Then as it gets too hot for this, then we'll put some flowers or something in here. Marigolds to add with it, okay? All right, we're working on getting the yard real cleaned. So we moved the marigolds over here so there won't be so much by the back door. And they'll look neat when my daughter and my son-in-law go outside. And we have this area right here to clean up, but it's not that bad. And we're getting these two planters ready to plant zinnias in. And over here, this is going to be our cucumber station. We're going to grow them up the trellis as well as these tomato cages. I'm going to go in closer so you can see. These are the ones I started hydroponically, and they're too weak to put in here. But we refreshed the soil. We put black cow in it. We put some mulch on it, and so we'll be ready to go. All we have to do is dig a hole and pop those in. Zinnias in these pots. We're going to refresh the soil. Over here, we got some of our basil in the container and some planted in the soil. And we're going to let these get a little bit stronger before we put them in. Here are two basil plants grown in the hydroponics, as you can see. I got to move this mulch back, Brian. You want to get in closer, Brian? Got to move this mulch back. I'm going to dig a hole. And then I'm going to put one of these basils in there. I'm going to push it up from the bottom. You got that? The roots are not all the way down, so I'm going to take all that off. And even though they will go through, I just don't see the sense in having it there. And then I'm going to put this in there real nice. Press down. And then I'm going to put the mulch around it, but not too much like it was, okay? So that it can keep growing. Okay, and then I'm going to put some of this mulch over here, and I'm going to put another one right here. So I'm going to slide the mulch over. It wasn't too thick over here. So I'm going to scoop some of this soil right there. I'm going to slide this up. No roots down at the bottom. You see that? So I'm going to pinch it off. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to prop it up, and I'm going to put the soil, not the mulch, the soil around it. Brian, you are never going to forget this because you are 11. You'll be 12 this summer, right? Press down. Trust me, when I was Bria's age, I was helping my grandparents. I never forgot it. And I know it was my first inspiration to have a garden. Was helping my grandparents. My grandmother grew prize-winning roses, beautiful roses, and Big Daddy, he, was responsible for the garden, but they worked together as a team. They were married, I believe it was 63 years before she passed first, and then he passed. And I never forgot what they taught me. All of this is looking really nice over here. We got the yard cleaned up pretty good. We're going to get that watering can over there, Bria, and we're going to water these babies. We have okra and, oh, yeah, California Wonder Peppers. So here the peppers not coming up yet. They take a longer time to germinate, but we got the okra seeds popping up over here. These are marigolds. These are marigolds. We got zinnias here, and those are the sunflowers I showed you in the earlier part of the video. Just gonna put a little water. I got drainage holes at the bottom here. So just give it a little water because it'll dry out faster with the wind. Bree and I are done. Brian's been in for a while. We're just sitting out here enjoying the sunshine and watching videos and just getting some vitamin D.
Hey everybody, it's me, Bria, and I just want to show you that we put cages on the cantaloupe and the squash.
Well, everybody, this concludes my weekly vlog. I want you to know I appreciate you visiting us today. You know that I love you, and God loves you too. Thanks for watching. Bye now. All right.